It's been weeks since the last Starship launch, and SpaceX has been preparing for the next launch ever since, but this month is shaping up to be the most exciting one as their Starship program advances. Booster 13, intended for Flight 6 later this year, has completed production and begun testing. It was moved to the Massey test site on April 25th, where its first cryogenic test on the methane tank took place. 3 days later, a cryogenic test on the liquid oxygen tank showed it could hold fuel at extremely low temperatures, with the frost line fully covering the booster. After these successful tests, Booster 13 is returning to the production facility for engine installation before static fire testing. With the new flame trench system at Massey, Booster 13 could be the first prototype tested there. Meanwhile, Ship 30, which is scheduled for Flight 5 with Booster 12, has also made significant progress recently. After being moved to Mega Bay 2 for engine installation, which was completed successfully, it was rolled out to suborbital Pad B to begin its engine test campaign. On April 30th, the lifting system and ship transport stand arrived at Mega Bay 2. By that afternoon, the TPL was connected to Ship 30, preparing it for its journey to the test stand. Ship 30 will undergo an extensive engine test campaign. It is expected to follow the same testing sequence as Ship 29, including a spin prime test, a 6-engine static fire, and a single-engine static fire. Notably, Ship 30 was rolled out with engine covers, making it the first Starship to have this feature. The first booster with engine covers was Booster 10, which bypassed the spin prime test. SpaceX is using a new enclosed engine installation stand, coupled with the engine covers, which may mean they will skip the spin prime test on future ships. Ship 30's rollout revealed a few other changes. 2 new roll thrusters have been installed above the forward dome, adjacent to a new radio antenna. This is an upgrade over Ship 29, replacing the 6 tile-like antennas previously located on the nose cone. Additionally, Ship 30 now has a new liquid oxygen vent at the top of the liquid oxygen tank. This vent appears to include a sensor with sense lines leading into the tank, as well as a pressure relief valve. These upgrades could improve monitoring and control of pressure within the tank, ensuring a safer and more efficient fuel storage system. SpaceX always plans its tests weeks or months ahead, working on preparations for future flights even as they gear up for the current one. While Flight 4 is in progress with Ship 29 and Booster 11 undergoing final preparations at the Starbase production site, SpaceX is already working on the 5th flight with Ship 30 and Booster 12. Flight 5 aims to catch the booster with the Mechazilla arm while landing Ship 30. This test will further refine and validate the system's ability to recover and reuse boosters. Booster 12, however, has not been fully revealed because other testing at the launch pad has occupied resources, but its test schedule is expected to continue soon. SpaceX's engineers have also been busy with other parts of the launch system. The orbital launch mount was serviced, and the methane pipes were replaced in the booster quick disconnect system. The fire suppression system was also tested. Mechazilla, the mechanism that catches the booster, underwent rigorous tests from April 24th to 30th, including opening, closing, raising, and lowering. This set of tests featured Mechazilla's fastest movements so far. The liquid oxygen pipes and subcooler system on the tower were also vented, showing they're ready for use. All these tests are prepping for Flight 4. The tank farm system is undergoing powerful venting processes, signaling that the next test could happen soon and setting the stage for Flight 4, which might launch within a few weeks. Major upgrades to the tank farm system are coming, as SpaceX removed the vertical tank after clearing out water tanks and is also planning to remove nitrogen tanks. They'll be replaced by horizontal tanks, likely similar to methane tanks, which could lead to new configurations. What makes the 5th flight of SpaceX's Starship program unique is the plan to catch the Super Heavy booster using the Mechazilla arm while landing Ship 30. This ambitious method has not been used in the previous flights, where the boosters exploded before completing their missions. For the 4th flight, they plan to land Booster 11 in the Gulf of Mexico and splash Ship 29 down in the Indian Ocean after its mission. The previous flights have always aimed for a soft ocean landing as a part of the booster recovery strategy, even though all ended in explosions before their missions were complete. The Mechazilla system is a giant tower-mounted mechanism with 2 arms capable of catching the super heavy booster midair as it returns from space, eliminating the need for landing legs. This unique recovery method aims to increase the speed and efficiency of booster reuse by significantly reducing refurbishment time. SpaceX's CEO Musk has emphasized this approach to streamline booster recovery and make Starship launches more rapid and cost-effective. The first flight had significant challenges, with Booster 7 and Ship 24 unable to reach their intended trajectory due to engine issues and a destructive fire that compromised their flight. The second flight improved significantly, with Booster 9 and Ship 25 introducing new features like an enhanced fire suppression system and hot staging, which enabled the vehicles to reach a higher altitude. Despite this progress, Booster 9 exploded due to engine failure, and Ship 25 suffered from fires that ultimately caused a loss of communication and mission failure. Unlike the previous 2 flights, Flight 3 successfully demonstrated several key milestones. The Super Heavy booster managed a clean separation from Ship 28, which then coasted in space for over 40 minutes. During this time, it opened and closed the payload PEZ doors used for deploying Starlink satellites. It also successfully conducted a propellant transfer test as part of a NASA contract. Despite these successes, the flight did not achieve all its goals. Booster 10's landing burn failed, resulting in an uncontrolled splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico. Ship 28 lost communication and broke up over the Indian Ocean during its descent. However, these flights still provided valuable data for further improvements. When you see the substantial improvements in all 3 tests, it makes you wonder what the 4th flight will look like. And it's hard not to appreciate the time SpaceX is taking to test these rockets. However, compared to Musk's ambitious goal of launching 1,000 Starships annually, it's a small step. Yes, you heard that right. Musk envisions a fleet of reusable Starships capable of transporting up to 100,000 people to Mars every year. This plan involves delivering 10 million tons of payload annually to the Red Planet as part of his vision to establish a self-sustaining colony on Mars. Musk also reaffirmed his commitment to solving the in-orbit refueling challenge by the end of next year. He emphasized that refueling and rapid reusability are crucial for the multiplanetary future. SpaceX will spend this year developing the necessary hardware, including Starship Target, the lunar lander variant, and Starship Tanker, or known as Starship Chaser. The ship-to-ship propellant transfer demo is scheduled for 2025. The refueling process will begin with tests to measure how the propellant behaves and the required settling thrust. This will help the engineers understand slosh dynamics and ensure the proper thrust to settle fuel. And that's all for today's update. If you enjoyed watching and found it useful, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.